Welcome to a Big Finish news update recorded the 2nd of February 2024. And there has been a lot of news coming out of Big Finish recently, so let's dive right into it with some 12th Doctor Chronicles.
Yes, the second 12th Doctor Chronicle box set following, well, the third technically, but the second in a series, following from...
Second full cast one as well.
Yes, following from Time Jack with You Only Die Twice, with not Peter Capaldi, but Jacob Dudman. This is his final role for Big Finish. And
we assume?
I think it's been sort of said that this is the last thing he's doing, which, you know, with 11th Doctor coming out February, this feels like a weird place to end it on, because his 12 isn't as good as his 11.
No, it's not quite as iconic, I suppose, is it?
No. 11th what sort of put him on the map, I would say.
And that whole project from start to finish with Valerie Lockwood and the 11th Doctor. I say start to finish, we've not heard the final box set just yet, but I think it's fair to say a lot of heart and soul has gone into that clearly. And so to have this sort of tacked onto the end does feel a bit weird. Like you sort of feel like maybe you could have switched this box set and February's around release order. Like,
makes sense, because the first 12th Doctor Chronicles box set came out February 2020.
Yeah, so nice little anniversary time with there. Yeah, and it just would have felt better for Jacob Dudman to go out with what is going to be a grand finale, whereas this just sort of feels like another 12th Doctor Chronicles box set.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how much this has going for it as a finale to the 12th Doctor, this era of 12th Doctor on Big Finish. But yeah, I mean, no hate towards this box set though. It look quite interesting.
I'm definitely going to pick it up, because I picked up Time Jacked, which I think was very much proof of concept that the Chronicles can work without narration, and obviously it's led to, like we say, 11th Doctor. So it'd be interesting to sort of have that return with just one big story over 3 hours. So yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have that very much following on from the Monk trilogy vibe, which I think Big Finish have played with a couple of times, like both in Time Jacked and Emancipation of the Daleks.
Yes, Emancipation of the Daleks especially, I would say. And, you know, Series 10, I love it. I'm in a Capaldi mood right now, because he's all over the place promoting Criminal Records and doing podcasts like Off the Menu, and of course watching a few Capaldis since now, because it's an announcement.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous cover art as well by Caroline Tankersley, and I love getting the Sonic shades on there as well. It certainly suits the James Bond tone that they seem to be aiming for.
And the news article being Dr. Yes instead of Dr. No.
And Agent Who, you know, they're going all in on the time agency and stuff, so I'm not going to be picking this one up, to be honest. I haven't really dived into the 12th Doctor Chronicles. So I think this is one of those ones where it's like, I can save some money here, but
don't worry,
no
I'll
hate
get
towards
it.
the box set or
So
anyone who, just not for me, I suppose. It's just
Yeah.
you gotta make some sacrifices when it comes to collecting Big Finish.
And March is looking to be a big month, of course, you know, with Colin and Broken Memories. There's a lot going on.
Same with April, because we've got a bit of April news. 5th Doctor Adventures The Dream Team. We're getting Matthew Waterhouse back again as Adric, and of course Sarah Sutton and Janet Fielding as Tegan and Nissa. It's the old season 19 crew back facing the Dream Crabs for a 2-parter by Lizzie Hopley. I mean, I was really taken by the Dream Crabs in the Classic Doctor's New Monsters Volume 3, because they appeared in 2 stories there. And I mean, particularly If I Should Die Before I Wake, the 8th Doctor and Charlie one.
Really good.
Gorgeous. Yeah, and I mean, that only featured Paul McGann and India Fisher in the cast. It was just those two, so it could have almost been a companion chronicle. But yeah, that was particularly brilliant story. And this seems to be doing a similar thing, where it's only the 4 leads in the cast, no guest characters this time. So yeah, I'm excited for that particular 2-parter.
It feels very fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah, and also 5th Doctor's been missing from volumes 3 and 4 of Classic Doctor's New Monsters, so this feels like a bit of a way to make up for that.
Mm.
And they're looking particularly creepy there on the cover with their Cantafari wrapped around their heads. But we've also got a four-parter from Tim Foley again for the Fifth Doctor. He seems to be the go-to Fifth Doctor writer at this point with Thoughts on Infinity and Pursuit of the Nightjar. This time doing a murder mystery back in the 1940s, or 1940 exactly to be precise.
That seems to fit the Fifth Doctor really well in sort of historical settings, I would say.
Yeah, I mean it's going Black Orchid, isn't it, in a way?
Yeah, it really is.
But more full on this time because it's a four-parter. Don't know whether it'll be a pure historical or not. Certainly from the synopsis, it feels like that's what it's going for, but there's no confirmation. So when you don't have confirmation, you sort of think, there probably might be a twist somewhere, but I wouldn't be upset if it was a pure historical.
No, and Tim Foley's, it sort of feels like Tim Foley style, big country manor house, song, friend of a family. So I imagine it's going to be one of those ones where you get immersed in the characters and the world. I feel like it's going to be a standout release already,
Very much looking forward to this one. And of course, Ryan Aplin has done a brilliant job with the cover art. I love the Fifth Doctor there with the spectacles. That's going very well with the detective vibe they're going for with that story. So, lots to look forward to there.
And it's nice to have Adric, the Season 9 TARDIS crew, properly in the relaunch, really. Because obviously 41, it didn't really feel like it was a part of the new beginnings of Big Finish. This feels like a start for them.
Yeah, that's true. It was more of its own special thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it felt like a bonus release.
Yeah. But something arrived in the post today.
It was another
postcard from Mr. Colchester. I mean, I have got Fugitive of the Daleks dispatched.
But... have you? That's good.
But anyway, there's another freebie available now from Big Finish, which was announced the day we put out our this month from Big Finish. So we couldn't quite include that as a release for this month. But it's a free little extra thing. So does it really count?
It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be giving it a listen at some point because gotta love Mr. Colchester.
Yeah, he's the best thing of Big Finish's new Torchwood, I would say.
And it's certainly exciting hearing him again in that Torchwood Sabotage trailer alongside Dorothy McShane / Ace there. I'm quite looking forward to that little release. But following that, we've got the anthology.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got Tube Strike, Missing Molly, and Disco, all written by and starring Gareth David Lloyd, who's of course Yanto. You interested in any of these?
Tube Strike interests me because I don't feel like the Weevil have been used all that much. I think Corpse Day used them. But I don't think it's going to be like a day one pickup. But it'd be interesting to get it eventually. Yeah,
something to add out some orders later on when you're in need of something to listen to during a quiet month. Yeah, I think same for me. I feel like I will be picking up at least Tube Strike. I'll sort of wait and see on the others. Yeah, you've also got Tim Bentnick, in there as Tommy Pierce, who is from the Torchwood 1 box sets. And I believe the whole Yantology is set during his days in Torchwood 1.
That'd be cool. I mean, Torchwood 1 seems to be getting a lot of love because we've got another box set, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
Happy Monday.
Coming out May this year, which sadly means that Torchwood Soho has been pushed back to July because that was, it was originally February. We were going to get it this month. Then it got pushed back to May, and now I Hate Mondays has come along and pushed that back to July. But apparently there's a story reason behind that, so we'll have to wait and see.
Have you got any of the Torchwood 1 releases?
I got Nightmares.
Oh yeah, you have, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty strong. So maybe I'll go for this one. Uh, it's all James Goss and Joseph Lister on this one. You've got Dinner for Yvonne by James Goss, from a story by James Goss and Joseph Lister. By Royal Appointment by James Goss, and then Nerves by Joseph Lister. So, yeah, I mean, two strong writers, and certainly one's well versed in Torchwood, and Torchwood one specifically as well. I think Joseph Lister wrote the first one that had Yvonne in it.
Yeah,
One Rule. Way back, that was like the fourth Torchwood release, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think 2016, wasn't it?
Yeah, so they've been doing these for quite a while. They know their stuff. And yeah, it just looks like a little anthology release again, really similar to what Nightmares was. Just a couple of separate stories. I love the title of this because it very much goes with that office work vibe that Torchwood One has going for it. So yeah, I feel like that will suit that pretty well. But some really exciting news. More Sontarans versus Rutans.
Born to Die, Sixth Doctor and Charlie. So this is gonna be exciting, as you know, we're getting a sense of deja vu again, really, for Charlie.
It's wonderful how they've tied her into this ongoing arc, with it being, different doctors, not necessarily all happening in the same order. And so when you've got the 8th and 6th Doctor in this arc, and they're the wrong way round, you've got Charlie there. Why not put her with both and have a bit of fun with that? So she sort of will know more about what's going on here than the Doctor, perhaps.
Yes.
She's obviously experienced Battle of Giants Causeway. The Doctor hasn't at this point in his life. So I'd be curious how that plays into things. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover up by Sean Longmore. I mean, we say it all the time for Sean Longmore's cover up, but he always just goes and exceeds the expectations even further. I love the purples of this, and just how well it works for both a mesh of classic and new.
Yeah.
Like the little background to the left of the Sontaran feels like it could be a 70s model shot. And I say that as the highest compliment I can give, because some of those model shots in like Robots of Death, Hand of Fear, Invisible Enemy, they're gorgeous. They are brilliant. And so, yeah, it wonderfully fits that vibe of classic while also still having the new series Sontarans there.
I was going to say, we've got a new variation of the real-time costume. As he's sort of got the check trousers now, more sort of Troughton-esque trousers, which are quite interesting.
Ah, I see. Yeah, I mean, it's wonderful having him in a different costume again.
Yeah, it sort of... It feels like we lost the blue outfit, and now it's come back to us in more ways than one. As the next bit of news, to celebrate 40 years of the 6th Doctor, we have this big release called...
The Quinn Dilemma.
The Quinn Dilemma, there we go. It was a dilemma trying to figure out where the title was.
Oh dear. I mean, also a dilemma. I've still got one more thing to say about Born to Die.
Sorry.
Because in Vortex, they announced some cast members, which does include Christopher Ryan.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, as a Sontaran, of course. I believe he was the lead Sontaran, or the scientist Sontaran. Dan Starkey, of course. Yeah. And you'll never guess who else is playing a Sontaran. Tom Coleshaw.
Oh, amazing.
So he's not just in one of these, but two. I wonder if he'll also double up and play a Sontaran in previous release, Children of the Future.
Or a Rutan, maybe.
Since he's there as a brig anyway. Anyway, back to the Quinn Dilemma now. We can talk about this pretty exciting 6th Doctor release, I'd say.
Yeah,
he's less excited.
Well, I think Colin, for me, sort of been the Doctor that suffered the most over recent years for me. In terms of like the Big Finish quality, there's been a dip and a drop.
He was definitely on a high as the monthly range was going out.
Yeah.
And certainly the Purity Saga didn't do much for me.
Yeah. I don't think I've enjoyed a Colin release since 2020.
Yeah, certainly the 11 as well was another bit of a stinker.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This feels like almost back to basics in a way. It's celebrating 40 years of Colin, 4 decades with 4 6th Doctors popping up in there. We do have a little preview of the cover, thanks to Vortex. At the time of recording this, it's not yet up on the website. Don't know who the artist is, but it looks
like Sean
Long. Yeah, feels like a style. It feels very similar to the Born Sty cover, just in terms of how it's put together. But yeah, so this is a six-parter, kind of, but also a six-part anthology, I suppose, because it's going up and down the Sixth Doctor's timeline in a similar way to the Last Adventure, I suppose, but instead of it being 4 1-hour stories, it's 6 half-hour stories, including The Exaltation by Jacqueline Rayner, which features the Sixth Doctor and Mel, Escape from Holy Island by Chris Chapman with Perry, Sibling Rivalry by Robert Valentine, and Children of the Revolution by Robert Valentine. Where have I heard that title before? Which features the return of Flip and Constance, Lisa Greenwood's first time back in the studio since before COVID.
It's
of course, sadly been suffering from long COVID, but it's great to hear that she is feeling well enough again to come back into the studio, and long may she continue to improve.
Yeah, I've missed Flip. I love Flip.
She gives a great performance as Flip, so yeah, it'll be like a nice warm hug having her back, I think.
Yeah.
And then the 1000 Year 4 by Chris Chapman again, Doctor and Perry again, and then finally the Firstborn, going back to Jacqueline Rayner for the finale, with 4 different Sixth Doctors and all of the previously mentioned companions coming together. We've got some Sontarans in this too, whoever the Quins may be, we've got them there as well. And of course the main villains of this, they're in the title. Yeah, I mean, any of these particularly stand out to you?
I think Sixth Doctor and Sontarans excites me, because on the cover it's for 2 Doctors Sontarans, which I'm like, oh, that's a neat little thing. And yeah, I think it's having Flip and Constance back's enough to make me excited for that, really.
But I'm quite excited to have Perry back as well, because it's been a while since we've had some Sixth Doctor and Perry also, excluding the Doctor of War stuff, but that was sort of not quite the same anyway.
Yeah.
For reasons of it being unbound. But yeah, Escape from Holy Island, though, that one quite excites me, because I've been up there to Linda's farm, a rather lovely setting. And so,
is it the monk? Is the monk back? Is the monk behind it? Is it the Locum Doctor's Electric Boogaloo, but with the Sixth Doctor?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the Quins on that cover art, given that there's 2 of them next to each other. I think that's what they're going for there. Escape from Holy Island certainly stands out to me, because again, Chris Chapman, wonderful writer, particularly when it comes to the Sixth Doctor and Perry. He can work some real magic. The whole release has caught my eye. Hopefully not being disappointed again, because certainly I've got my hopes up with Sixth Doctor before. You've learnt your lesson. You're once bitten, twice shy. I'm a glutton for punishment.
Yeah, so I'm ready to be, that was actually all right,
Yeah, you'll be pleasantly surprised if it is.
Yeah.
If it turns out to be a banger.
One thing I want to mention is underneath the sort of news article that we are getting information about how many are being released, but the CD copies are now 1,500.
This is the same for the Dream Team as well, the 5th Doctor box set.
Yes.
So, looks like it's going to be a new thing going forward, as a new standard, I suppose.
Yeah, so if you want to have the CD copy, pre-order it. Now, I don't know if they'll be numbered. I
doubt it. Yeah. I don't think they numbered the class ones, did they? That they're limited to 500.
I think they might have done those.
Did they? But certainly there's no news if it will be numbered or not. So
no. So buy it now to save being disappointed.
I mean, I can't imagine it'll sell out too quickly.
No.
But better safe than sorry. I'm not advising you to not pick this up, because I say this as someone who's already pre-ordered the whole bundle anyway. So
I mean, I did have to double check to see if I had this already.
Yeah, I know what you mean. When you have an announcement like this, like, is this the previously announced box set that I've already pre-ordered, or is this
like a year ago? Yeah,
it's interesting that 6th Doctor's only getting the single 40th anniversary release, when 5th Doctor got 41 and 42, and then 7th Doctor, while not celebrating an anniversary, the Last Day 1 and 2 is obviously a 2 box set sort of celebration of the 7th Doctor's era. But at the same time, I can't say that bothers me at all.
No, because it sort of makes it seem a bit more unique. And we did have rumblings that there's a Sixth Doctor Davros story, so maybe that's for second
Yeah.
set
So it'll still
later
be
on.
something special, just not
Yeah,
necessarily labeled as an anniversary. Whereas this is presumably coming out either March 16th or the week after to time with the start of the Twin Dilemma. So either it'll be bang on the anniversary of the case of Androzani or Twin Dilemma Part 1, I feel. Don't quote me on that. They've not confirmed it, but
and it's likely. It's likely.
yeah, I think it wouldn't hurt to bet money on that
Yeah.
if they allowed you to. I don't think any bookies will be interested in
No, I
making
don't
that
think so.
thing.
I think so, but that's the news, isn't it? That's been this week at Big Finish.
Yeah. Had a couple of interludes confirmed as well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Coming with, both read by Dan Starkey actually. Coming with the Quinn Dilemma, it's The Memory Eaters by Alison Lawson. And coming with the Dream Team, it is Meanwhile Turlo by Jonathan Blum. So if you're into your interludes, you got a couple more on their way.
It's always nice. Always a nice little bonus. But yeah, that concludes this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Let us know your favourite bit of news this week, whether it's Dream Team, Sixth Doctor news, Torchwood.
Yeah. You've got a lot to choose from.
There's a lot to pick.
I mean, what's your favourite, Ben? Quickly put you on the spot.
Favourite bit of news? It's got to be Fifth Doctor, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I mean, just edges out the Born to Die Day, and that's closely followed by the Quinn Dilemma. It's all pretty solid news.
I'd go 12th Doctor next. I'd say actually, just because of the freshness, and we're going, oh wow, that's a surprise.
True.
Yeah,
2024 is shaping up to be a good year, I feel.
And so far,
Positive vibes.
touch wood, the releases are delivering. We're out of the longest month of the year, January. So
we've recorded our review of Fugitive of the Daleks. That'll either be out already at the time this uploads, or will be coming out very shortly. So keep an eye out for that. Until then, or until whatever's next, if that's already out.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves, everyone. Please
Bye-bye.
like and subscribe. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.